Every week, Eric and I have to come up with a topic for these videos. We don't have to, but we want to. We've kind of given ourselves deadlines that we make a video each per week, and we've done that, and the channel's been growing, and it's been great. But sometimes I just can't think of something to do, or I just don't have the time. So today I thought I'd just talk to you guys. I wanted to talk to you about social media, the way Eric and I use it, and our expectations. So stick around if you want to get my thoughts on somebody who's been doing social media for about 6 years now, Facebook, Instagram, now YouTube, and I have some definite opinions about it. Maybe if you're just starting out, this might be good to hear, and if you've been at it for a while and you're kind of stuck, maybe you'll want to listen. So stick around. So we started doing social media about, I don't know, I guess it was 2013 maybe, or 14, maybe 13. What happened was Eric and I were friends, and we just were photographing our kids or our Disney trips, and we would, interact at home when we'd see each other. But we had no social presence. We weren't on Facebook other than just with friends in the neighborhood. We didn't post anything. We certainly didn't have any organized pages like Disney Image Makers. Just on a whim, I started putting some images on Google Plus with no expectations, just put them out there. And I got contacted by my now friend Peter, who wanted to do a Disney photography app with me. He was an app developer, and I did all the content for it. And it was like good spots to shoot in Disney World, and so we worked on that for about a year, and we put it out there, and it was a fun little project. It got my feet wet into like maybe using my photography to expand my horizons a little bit. So then I started posting on Facebook, and I tagged Disney pages and things like that. And eventually my photos started to get some interest. We started to work with Walt Disney World magazine. That's when I brought Eric on. I said to him, "Hey, why don't your Disney images are better than mine. Let's do this together." So Eric came on too. And then after a little while, we wanted to expand. We started our own Facebook page, and then that grew, and we were posting our images every day, and we met so many great people, so many great photographers. But we never had any business aspirations. We both have full-time jobs. We didn't need to do this for anything, so we didn't have any illusions of what social media was, if we were going to get rich or anything like that. It was just fun. So fast forward a couple of years, we were doing the magazine and posting our own images, and then we got involved with the author of the 2 books we were involved with, and we collaborated on that, and we actually put out 2 books. And by that time we had a growing Instagram account going. And again, just for fun. The one thing about social media that I'll say is you have to be interactive on it. And if you want your channel to grow, or your page, or whatever you're doing, you have to be interactive. You can't just post your picture and go away and think people are going to be interested. People like to interact with you. So comments, you make sure you answer all the comments, always. Make sure you let people know how you feel. Let them into your life a little bit. When you have a connection with someone, it's just better. And we've met so many people that I now call friends. People that we've met online, other photographers, people that I vacation with now. I mean, there's so many different people that we've met through our photography, and just because we decided to put our stuff out there. We've made a couple of bucks here and there, but nothing to live on. The book did all right, and the app I made a few dollars on, but it wasn't about that. It's just getting our stuff out there and sharing and interacting with people. It's a lot of fun. So the same thing here on YouTube. We're just beginners at this. We've been doing this for less than a year, and it's been interesting, and it's been a great creative outlet. And that's the thing that I think is the most important thing, is if you're a creative person, all of these social channels, they let you get your creativity out into the world. You never know what's going to happen. Somebody may see one of your images and they may ask you to do something for them, or maybe you'll shoot portraits for them, or maybe you'll get asked to do an assignment. You never know. So it's if you're a creative person, a photographer, and you want to get your stuff out there, there's no better time than now. You are in control of where your stuff goes, who sees it, and how much of it you want to put out there. The thing is just to be consistent. That's the one thing that I'll say with anything, with YouTube, with Instagram, with Facebook. Don't rely on anyone else, and just be consistent with your posting. The fact that there's two of us doing this has made this easier for us over the years, because every other day I don't have to think about this. So that's what's nice for us. So if you have a friend that's a photographer and you guys want to go in on something together, but I think another important thing is to zero in on something. Eric and I photograph everything. We photograph, I'm actually in my camper right now, and I spent the whole morning out on the beach photographing the sunrise and doing all sorts of different type of photography. We focused in on the Disney stuff because that's what resonated with people. We are big Disney fans. We enjoy going to Walt Disney World. And there's a huge amount of people that appreciate that type of photography. So we focused in on that. And here's a striking example of photographing something that people are interested in. Eric and I both have private Instagram accounts. They're our names, they're easily searchable, they're public accounts, they're out there. Both of our regular Instagram accounts have less than 300 followers. Same photographers, same quality of images, same gear, same everything. The subject matter is the only thing that's different. So Disney Image Makers, 50-something thousand followers, us individually, just waterfalls, landscapes, portraits, pictures of our kids, just what we feel like posting with no rhyme or reason, 300 followers. But that's okay, because, this is what we wanted to do. That's our personal page for our friends to see what we're doing, and it's just an outlet for our creativity. So if you're looking to build up a following, or maybe you want to try to turn it into a business, try to zero in on something, have a niche, I'm going to say niche. Have a niche, and just zero in on that. So there are plenty of photographers who shoot RVs. There are photographers that concentrate on waterfalls, landscape photography. There's really great headshot photographers, portrait photographers, people who shoot cityscapes, any number of things. Cruising, that's another thing. So as an experiment, and this was something I did a couple of years ago. I had a catalog of cruise pictures for years that I'd gone on cruises, and I'd gathered all these images. I had nowhere to put them. I'd throw a couple on my personal account. So I said, I'm going to try to start a cruising Instagram page. So in 1 year, for about 6 months, I posted a cruise picture a day. And that account went from 0 to 1,000 followers in those couple of months, because I zeroed in on one thing and I was consistent. So I didn't continue doing that. I just wanted to see for myself, what people were interested in. And it's a nice experiment. So if you have a couple of different types of images that you shoot, maybe start a page for each one. Maybe, have one for your portraits, have one for your landscapes, call it something else. And try to have a name that goes along with what the images are. Disney Image Makers. What are we shooting? Disney images. Okay? Capturing the Cruise is my other account. Cruise pictures. So it's, really simple. So people zero in on it. It comes up in search engines. There's a really good chance you're going to start to see more RV type camping ground pictures from me on my personal account, because just got into this, and so far I'm loving it. That's just a little aside. It's fun though. It's beautiful here, but it's only. Well, you want to come outside? I'll take you outside. So I'm in the camper. This is the South Shore of Long Island. It's windy, so it's going to get noisy probably. So this is the South Shore of Long Island. Not a bad spot to park your camper, right? Can you tell I'm wanting to get out of the house and get near the water? My last 2 videos have been by the beach. Definitely not the best weather, but I thought it would be nice to come out here, give this thing a dry run. So again, just have fun with your social media accounts. Be creative, try different things. Use hashtags, because hashtags can get you seen by people. Here's another example. This coming year, I'm actually going to be doing some work for Jellystone Campgrounds, because I put one picture on my regular social media account and I just hashtagged the campground that I was at, and I got contacted by them. So it's a great way to get yourself out there. You never know who's out there, who's looking, and who might be interested in your type of photography. If you're just starting out on social media, leave some comments in the bottom. What are your frustrations? And it has gotten harder over the years because the algorithms and all of these platforms have become harder to deal with, really. I mean, we have tried to be consistent and just put good stuff out there, but I think we got in right under the curve when things were a little easier. You know what? It's all about the content you put out, and if you put good stuff out there, people seem to find it. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. I'd love to hear in the comments what's happening with you on social media, your YouTube channel, your Instagram, your Facebook accounts. Do you take out ads for your images? Are you trying to start a business? I'd love to know how you guys are doing this. We're always thinking of something else to do, maybe a little side project or something like that. But like I said, it's mostly for fun and mostly just for our creativity, just to get our stuff out there into the world. And photography, without people to see it, I feel like it's just sitting in my computer. I want to get it out there. I want my work to get out there. And, if it makes people happy, I love that. And our Disney stuff does that every day. We've heard thousands of messages from people over the last 6-7 years. And that's the thing. There's an emotional connection. We love hearing that one of our images remind them of the first time they went on an attraction with their kids, or the last time they went to Walt Disney World with a family member, who had passed away since. And, so many great stories we get to hear, privately from people that we never would have known unless we put our stuff out there. Give us a thumbs up. Helps us out. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of stuff. And ring that little bell. This way you'll get notified every time we do this. Okay, see you in the next one.